Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're embarking on a very special kind of journey. We're not flying off to some distant country. Instead, we're heading straight for that friendly neighborhood giant, the big blue warehouse we all know and love, Costco. That's right, the place where you walk in thinking, I'll just grab some milk and eggs, and somehow walk out with a shopping cart magically piled as high as the Rockies. We all know Costco is packed with amazing finds, from electronics and clothing to every snack imaginable. But today, we're diving deep into a section many people rush past, an area that holds some of the most incredible treasures, the freezer aisle. Now, when you think of frozen food, your first impression might be of something that's convenient but bland, a last resort for when you're short on time. But I'm here to tell you, times have changed. The Costco freezer section is a veritable United Nations of cuisine, a place where culinary giants lie in wait. It's home to hidden gems that rival and sometimes even surpass what you'd find in a restaurant. These items aren't just about convenience, they are secret weapons that can genuinely boost your quality of life. In this video, I'm not going to talk about the things that are already famous, the items everyone knows about, like frozen edamame or wild blueberries. Those are the basics. Today, I'm taking you on a treasure hunt. I'm going to share the 5 hidden gems from my personal shopping list, the items with a repurchase rate of over 90%, the ones I buy again and again. These are the top picks that local Canadians are actually stuffing their freezers with. They are the best of the best, selected after I've navigated countless duds and discovered numerous pleasant surprises. I can personally guarantee that once you try these 5 items, you'll become a loyal fan, just like me. Everyone who tries them agrees they're fantastic. So get your shopping cart and your notepad ready, because today's content is pure gold. I promise that after watching this, your next Costco trip will be a massive success, and every single item you bring home will be a winner you won't regret. If you're interested in this kind of practical info that saves you money and time while letting you eat amazing food, please hit that subscribe button right now and ring the little bell next to it. That way you won't miss any of the awesome content from our channel. All right, the first item we're going to talk about is the undisputed champion of my freezer. It's the one item that makes me anxious when I start running low, prompting an immediate Costco run to restock. It is the Kirkland Signature Wild Argentinian Red Shrimp. Yes, I'm talking about those raw, frozen shrimp in the big, thick, clear bag, the ones that are a vibrant red and impressively large. The first time I saw them, I was skeptical. I thought, how good can frozen shrimp really be? Won't they be tough and rubbery when cooked? And given Costco's portion sizes, this 2-pound bag would be a real headache if they weren't any good. But let me tell you, my hesitation was completely unnecessary. I bought them on a whim, deciding to give them a try, and they completely shattered all my stereotypes about frozen shrimp. They achieved legendary status on our dinner table, earning the title of King of the Freezer Aisle. Why do I give them such high praise? First, let's look at their appearance. When you open the bag, even in their frozen state, you'll be struck by their size and color. Each shrimp is plump, uniform in size, and boasts a stunning crimson hue. This isn't the typical red you see after cooking shrimp. It's a beautiful, natural ruby red. This is a distinctive feature of Argentinian red shrimp, which live in the pristine, deep waters of the South Atlantic and are naturally this color. Moreover, Costco prepares them perfectly. Each shrimp is already peeled and deveined, with just the tail left on. For someone like me who wants to get dinner on the table quickly after a long day, this is a massive blessing. There's no need to struggle with peeling shells or deveining. You just give them a quick rinse under cold water and they're ready for the pan. Next, let's talk about the most crucial part, the taste and texture. This is what truly makes them king. The meat of the Argentinian red shrimp is incredibly sweet. Its sweetness surpasses that of many other shrimp varieties. The texture is also unique, sitting somewhere between a typical shrimp and a lobster. It's firm and snappy, yet tender, not at all tough. Many people who've tried it have said that if you close your eyes, you'd think you were eating a small lobster. The first time I cooked them, I used the simplest method, a little olive oil and minced garlic in a hot pan. I seared them quickly until they were opaque, then seasoned with a pinch of salt and black pepper. The aroma that filled my kitchen was incredible. When I took my first bite, I was genuinely stunned. The sweetness of the shrimp exploded in my mouth, mingled with the fragrance of the garlic, and the texture was so wonderfully springy. Wow, it was just so delicious. There was absolutely no fishy taste, only the pure sweet flavor of the ocean. From that day on, I knew there was no going back. The brilliance of these red shrimp also lies in their versatility. They work well in almost any cooking method. Besides the simple garlic sear I mentioned, you can use them to make a fantastic pasta dish. Sauté the shrimp with some cherry tomatoes and asparagus, then toss with cooked pasta. The juices from the shrimp create a sauce that coats every strand of pasta beautifully. The flavor is absolutely better than what you'd get in many restaurants. My husband loves it when I make this. He can always finish a huge plate. You could also use them in a paella. Their vibrant red shells add a gorgeous color to the dish, and their flesh remains firm and bouncy, even after simmering, never turning mushy. In the summer, during a backyard barbecue, I'll skewer them, brush them with a bit of barbecue sauce, and grill them. They cook in no time. The grilled shrimp gains a smoky char that makes them even more irresistible. They're always the first thing to disappear at a party. You can even toss them into a hot pot or a seafood noodle soup, and they will instantly elevate the richness and depth of the broth. From a value perspective, they're unbeatable. The price of one large bag might be what you'd pay for a single shrimp entree at a restaurant. But at home, you can make several meals for the whole family. The cost per meal is incredibly low, yet the dining experience is restaurant quality. This is why I say they're a top choice for locals stocking up. They deliver on taste, convenience, and value. With a bag of these in your freezer, you have a secret weapon for quick and impressive meals. Whether it's a busy weeknight when you're tired and need a fast dinner, or a weekend when you want to entertain guests and show off your skills, these Argentinian red shrimp will meet your needs perfectly. You don't need to be a master chef because the ingredient itself is outstanding. Simple seasoning is all it takes to create a fantastic meal. So the next time you're at Costco strolling through the freezer aisle and you see that bag of brilliant red wild Argentinian red shrimp, don't hesitate. Put it directly into your cart. I promise it will become the most frequently used and most popular star ingredient in your freezer. After crowning the king of seafood, let's move on to our second feature, the superstar of the main course category. Let me start by asking you a question. What's your impression of frozen pizza? Is it a dry crust that tastes like a cracker topped with a pathetic amount of cheese and mediocre toppings? Does it have that distinct freezer taste? Something you eat just to fill your stomach rather than for enjoyment? If that's what you think, then the product I'm about to introduce will completely shatter all your negative perceptions of frozen pizza. It is the Motor City Pizza Co. Detroit-style deep dish pizza. I'll admit, the first time I bought this pizza, I was skeptical. The packaging is unique, a rectangular box containing 2 individually sealed pizzas. It even comes with 2 disposable baking trays. At the time, I thought, a frozen pizza with this much fanfare, is it really that good? The moment it came out of the oven, I knew I had been wrong. So very wrong. This pizza was so unbelievably delicious that I have since made special trips to Costco just to buy it. First, let's talk about what Detroit-style pizza is. It's quite different from the round pizzas we're used to. It's characterized by its rectangular shape and a thick focaccia-like crust that's soft and chewy. But its most defining, soul-satisfying feature is its edges. During baking, the cheese melts and cascades down the sides of the pan, where it caramelizes into a crispy, savory, cheesy crust. This Frico crust is the absolute essence of a Detroit-style pizza. And this Motor City frozen pizza perfectly replicates that experience. You follow the instructions, place it in the black baking tray provided, and pop it into the oven. As it bakes, your kitchen will fill with the rich aroma of cheese and dough. When you take it out, you'll see that all 4 edges of the pizza have formed a deep brown, irresistibly crispy cheese wall. When you cut a slice and take a bite, you experience a symphony of textures. First, you hear the audible crunch as you bite through the crispy cheese edge. The flavor is savory, toasty, and slightly charred, utterly addictive. Next, you get to the soft yet resilient crust, which has a beautiful airy structure, nothing like a dense, hard slab of dough. Then come the toppings. The version at Costco is typically a double pepperoni. They are incredibly generous with the pepperoni, covering the entire surface. After baking, the edges of the pepperoni curl up and become slightly crispy, and their savory oils seep into the cheese and crust below. The tomato sauce is ladled on top of the cheese, another hallmark of the Detroit style. Its flavor is a perfect balance of sweet and tangy, cutting through the richness of the cheese and pepperoni. When all these elements come together, let me tell you, the level of deliciousness is on par with, if not better than, many specialty pizza parlors. It's hard to believe something this good came out of your own freezer and was ready in just over 15 minutes. Its convenience is another major plus. A box contains 2 pizzas, so you can bake one at a time. For a small family, one pizza with a side salad makes for a hearty and satisfying meal. On those weekend nights when I'm too lazy to cook and don't want to order takeout, I just grab one of these from the freezer, put it in the oven, and relax for a bit. In 15 minutes, a hot, fragrant, and delicious dinner is ready. It's also a party essential. If you have friends over to watch the hockey game or for a get-together, bake one of these pizzas and cut it into small squares. It's guaranteed to be devoured in seconds. Every time I serve this to guests, the first question they ask is, "Which pizzeria is this from?" It's amazing! The look of disbelief on their faces when I tell them it's just a frozen pizza from Costco is priceless. You can even customize it. Before baking, sprinkle on some of your favorite toppings like sliced mushrooms, green peppers, onions, or an extra layer of mozzarella to make it even more decadent. The crust and sauce provide a fantastic base that allows for a lot of creativity. In terms of price, a box containing 2 high-quality, deep dish pizzas is incredibly affordable, likely less than the price of a single pizza from a restaurant. So, from the perspectives of taste, convenience, and value, it's simply unbeatable. This is why its repurchase rate in my household is also over 90%. It solves our need for a quick dinner without sacrificing our desire for something truly delicious. It allows you to enjoy restaurant quality pizza, a pizza that's better than many restaurants, at home for a fraction of the cost. So the next time you're in the Costco freezer aisle and you see that black rectangular Motor City pizza box, don't second guess it. Grab a box and put it in your cart. Trust me, it will become the pride of your freezer and the undisputed star of your family's much anticipated pizza night. Before we introduce the next must-buy item from the freezer aisle, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching this far. Creating content like this takes a lot of time. Shopping, tasting, comparing, and then organizing the most useful information to share with all of you. If you found the content helpful or interesting so far, could I ask you for a small favor? Please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. Every single like is a huge encouragement for me and the biggest motivation to continue creating more high quality content. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be the first to receive all our practical tips on saving money, lifestyle, and travel. Now, our third gem is a blessing for lovers of Asian flavors and a savior for all fans of Korean cuisine. It is Bibigo's Korean-style japchae. I have to admit, I'm a huge fan of Korean food. From Korean BBQ and budae-jjigae, army stew, to tateokbokki, spicy rice cakes, I love it all. Among the vast array of Korean dishes, japchae, the stir-fried glass noodle dish, has always been a favorite of mine. Those chewy, slippery sweet potato noodles, tossed with a colorful assortment of julienne vegetables and savory sweet beef, all tied together with soy sauce and sesame oil. It's a truly exquisite and delicious dish with a wonderful mix of textures and flavors. However, anyone who has tried making japchae from scratch knows how incredibly labor-intensive it is. It's a true kung fu dish. You need to prepare a long list of ingredients. Carrots need to be julienned, spinach needs to be blanched, onions and mushrooms need to be sliced, and beef needs to be marinated and stir-fried. To maintain the distinct texture and color of each ingredient, the traditional method requires you to cook and season each vegetable separately. Finally, everything is mixed together with the cooked noodles and sauce. The prep work and separate cooking steps can easily take over an hour, and your kitchen ends up a mess. So, as much as I love eating it, I rarely had the motivation to make it myself. Until one day in the Costco freezer aisle, I saw this large bag of Bibigo japchae. For those who enjoy Korean food, the Bibigo brand is likely a familiar name. Their mandu, dumplings, and fried chicken are well known, and their quality is consistently reliable. So I thought, it's from Bibigo, it can't be too bad. The picture on the package looked appealing, showing a generous amount of vegetables like spinach, carrots, onions, and mushrooms, just like what you'd get in a restaurant, with the mindset that even if it wasn't amazing, it would still be easier than making it myself. I bought a bag to try. Once again, I was blown away. Inside the large bag are several individually portioned packets. Each packet is a single serving. The cooking process is ridiculously simple. You just add a little oil to a pan, empty the frozen noodles and vegetables into it, and stir fry for a few minutes. Once the noodles soften and the vegetables are heated through, you pour in the included special sauce packet and sesame oil packet, mix everything well, and you're done. The entire process, from getting the pan out to plating, takes less than 10 minutes. This is a night and day difference compared to the time it used to take me to make japchae from scratch. Now for the crucial part, how does it taste? I can tell you it's incredibly delicious. The noodles are authentic Korean sweet potato starch noodles, so after cooking, they have that perfectly chewy and bouncy texture. They don't become mushy or fall apart from being frozen. The vegetables, despite being frozen, retain a decent crispness, and their colors remain vibrant after cooking. What impressed me the most was the seasoning. The sauce packet is the soul of japchae, and its flavor is perfectly balanced. The savoriness of the soy sauce and the sweetness from the sugar are in perfect harmony. The final drizzle of sesame oil adds a rich, nutty aroma that completes the dish. The flavor is incredibly authentic. If you closed your eyes, you'd think you were eating japchae from a restaurant in Korea. It's even better than what some restaurants serve. The first time my husband tried it, he thought I had spent a long time cooking it. He kept complimenting me, saying, though, this japchae is really good today, very flavorful. His jaw dropped when I pulled the empty packaging out of the recycling bin to show him. Since then, this frozen japchae has become a permanent resident in our freezer. It has solved so many of my daily meal dilemmas. For instance, sometimes when I'm eating alone and don't know what to make, or when I'm working from home with only a short lunch break, I can just whip up a packet of this. It's a delicious and filling lunch. Other times when I've made dinner but feel the meal is a bit lacking, I'll stir-fry a packet of this as a side dish, and it instantly makes the whole spread more exciting. You can even add your own little upgrades. Try topping the finished japchae with a sunny-side-up egg, break the yolk, and let the creamy liquid mix with the noodles. It's pure bliss. Or you can add some stir-fried beef strips or shrimp to make it a more substantial meal. One large bag contains several servings, and the cost per serving is significantly cheaper than buying a pre-made container from a Korean grocery store or ordering a plate at a restaurant. It allows you to enjoy a traditionally time-consuming and labor-intensive Korean delicacy in a very short amount of time and at a very low cost. For anyone who loves Korean food but doesn't have the time to cook from scratch, this bibigo japchae is an absolute lifesaver. It is one of the treasures I've discovered at Costco that perfectly embodies the three words, convenient, delicious, and high value. You have to give it a try on your next trip. All right, the fourth contender on our list is a timeless classic, an ingredient that's likely used in households everywhere, but Costco's version is exceptionally well done. It is the Kirkland's signature Italian-style beef meatballs. You might be thinking, meatballs are just meatballs, right? The freezer aisle at any grocery store is full of different brands. What makes the Costco ones so special? That's a great question, and the answer is why they've earned a spot on my best of list. They are in a completely different league from those other frozen meatballs that are often mealy, lack real meat flavor, and have a dry, tough texture. First, let's look at the ingredients. Many commercial frozen meatballs cut costs by using a lot of fillers like starches, breadcrumbs, or other mystery ingredients, but the Kirkland signature meatballs have a straightforward ingredient list, primarily using high-quality ground beef and Italian sausage. The addition of Italian sausage is the key. It not only adds a wonderful richness and fat content that keeps the meatballs moist and flavorful, but the unique spices in the sausage, such as fennel, also impart a truly authentic Italian flavor profile. So when you eat these meatballs, you can taste the distinct texture and flavor of real meat, not just a ball of meat-flavored flour. Furthermore, the seasoning is spot on. They are pre-seasoned with classic Italian herbs and spices like Parmesan cheese, basil, oregano, and garlic. This means they are already packed with flavor right out of the bag, so you don't need to do much to them. The salt level is well balanced and not overpowering, which gives you a lot of flexibility for how you use them in your own cooking. But the number one reason I can't live without these meatballs is their incredible versatility. They are like the Lego bricks of my kitchen. I can combine them with anything to create countless different dishes. The most classic way to enjoy them, of course, is in spaghetti and meatballs. All you need is a pot of your favorite tomato sauce. You can just drop the frozen meatballs directly into the simmering sauce and let them gently cook. As they heat up, the meatballs release their meaty juices and spices into the sauce, while at the same time absorbing the tangy sweetness of the tomatoes. After about 20 minutes, the flavor of the entire sauce is elevated to a new level. Pour this incredible meat sauce over a bed of cooked pasta, and you have a timeless and delicious spaghetti with meatballs. The taste is honestly comparable to a sauce that has been simmering for hours, but it takes you less than 30 minutes to make. My kids go wild every time I make this dish. Beyond pasta, there are so many other possibilities. I use them to make meatball subs. I toast a baguette or sub roll until it's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, then fill it with a few of the meatballs that have been simmering in tomato sauce. I top it with a generous amount of mozzarella or provolone cheese and pop it back in the oven just until the cheese is melted and bubbly. That first bite with the crispy bread, the tender and juicy meatball, the tangy sauce, and the creamy, rich cheese is the perfect lunch for a weekend or for watching the game. They can even be transformed into a popular party appetizer. There's a classic North American party recipe that involves putting these meatballs in a slow cooker and adding equal parts grape jelly and chili sauce. I know it sounds strange, but trust me, after a few hours of slow cooking, these two ingredients meld into a magical sweet, savory, and slightly spicy glaze that coats every meatball perfectly. The flavor is unique and incredibly addictive. Every time I bring this dish to a friend's potluck, the platter is wiped clean and everyone asks for the recipe. Sometimes I'll even slice them up and use them as a pizza topping, or I'll drop them into a vegetable soup to add flavor and make it more filling. As long as you have a little imagination, this bag of meatballs offers endless possibilities in your kitchen. The bag is huge and the price is very reasonable. You can buy one bag, portion it out into smaller freezer bags, and just grab one when you need it. It's incredibly convenient. They save you all the time and effort of buying ground meat, seasoning it, mixing it, and rolling it into balls. Yet they deliver a result that is just as good as, if not better than, homemade. It's a product that truly adds joy and ease to your meal times. So, if you're a meatball lover like me, or if you're looking for a secret weapon to help you whip up a variety of delicious meals in a flash, then the Costco Kirkland Signature Italian-style meatballs are, without a doubt, your best choice. They have a 100% repurchase rate in my house, because as soon as we run out, I immediately go back for more. Finally, we've arrived at the last item on today's list, the fifth hidden gem. This one is my personal go-to solution for a quick and easy lunch. For those who work from home or have very limited time for a midday meal, this is practically a gift from the heavens. It is the Ajinomoto Yakitori chicken with Japanese-style fried rice. This product is actually quite unassuming in the Costco freezer case. Many people probably walk right past it. But I'm telling you, its deliciousness and convenience absolutely warrant a closer look. It's a complete Japanese-style meal in one package. Inside, you'll find seasoned Japanese fried rice and several skewers of pre-cooked yakitori chicken. Yes, you heard that right. Actual chicken skewers on bamboo sticks. Let's talk about the fried rice first. This isn't just a simple mix of soy sauce and rice. The rice grains are distinct and perfectly cooked, mixed with diced carrots, vibrant green edamame, onions, and bits of egg. The seasoning is a very authentic Japanese style, a light saltiness with a hint of sweetness, making it very refreshing and not at all greasy. Even on its own, I think the fried rice is quite tasty. But the soul of this dish is the yakitori chicken. The chicken used is thigh meat, so the texture is incredibly tender and juicy, not at all dry. You can even see the beautiful grill marks on the surface of the chicken, which indicates it was genuinely grilled. This gives it a wonderful, smoky, char-grilled aroma. The chicken is coated in a sweet and savory Japanese teriyaki-style sauce. The sauce is perfectly balanced and clings to the chicken, ensuring every bite is packed with rich flavor. The true genius of this product is how it combines these two delicious components into a perfect meal that can be ready in just a few minutes in the microwave. You simply follow the package directions, arrange the fried rice and chicken skewers on a plate, and microwave it. A few minutes later, ding! A hot, aromatic meal that looks, smells, and tastes almost identical to a set meal you'd order at a Japanese restaurant is ready. The tenderness of the chicken and the texture of the fried rice hold up remarkably well after microwaving. They don't become tough or mushy. I was genuinely amazed the first time I tried it. I couldn't believe a microwave meal could achieve such a high level of quality. It doesn't have that strange, reheated taste that many microwave meals have. The wok-like flavor of the fried rice and the grilled taste of the chicken skewers are very authentic. For me, this product is a weekday lunch lifesaver. You know how it is when you work from home? Sometimes you get so busy you don't have time to make a proper lunch. In the past, I might have just made instant noodles or had a piece of toast. But since discovering this yakitori chicken fried rice, my lunch quality has improved dramatically. I can have a nutritious, balanced, and incredibly delicious Japanese meal with rice, meat, and vegetables in just 5 minutes. It puts me in a much better mood for the afternoon's work. It's also perfect as a quick dinner or late night snack for school-aged kids. The portion size is generous and very filling. From a price perspective, Costco sells it in a large box containing several individually wrapped meals. When you calculate the cost per meal, it's probably cheaper than buying even a simple bowl of noodles at a food court. But what you're getting is a high-quality, complete Japanese-style meal. The value is off the charts. And so, with its ultimate convenience, uncompromising deliciousness, and incredible value, the Ajinomoto Yakitori chicken with Japanese-style fried rice has successfully earned the 5th spot on my personal repurchase list. It's not as flashy as some of the other items. It's a quiet achiever sitting in the corner of the freezer case, but its performance is outstanding. If you, like me, often struggle with what to eat for lunch, or if you're simply a fan of Japanese cuisine, then I highly recommend you give this one a try. It will give you a whole new, wonderful appreciation for the term convenience food. All right, that wraps up today's handpicked selection of the 5 hidden gems from the Costco freezer aisle with a repurchase rate of over 90%. From the lobster-like Argentinian red shrimp and the mind-blowing Detroit-style pizza to the lazy kitchen-saving japchae, the ultra-versatile Italian meatballs, and finally, the perfect quick lunch solution of yakitori chicken fried rice. These 5 items are the elite squad that remains after my many culinary battles in the Costco freezer section. Any one of them has the power to instantly elevate the quality of your meals while saving you a significant amount of time and money. I hope today's sharing will be helpful for your future Costco shopping trips. The next time you're pushing your cart through that chilly freezer aisle, don't just rush through. Slow down and maybe do a little treasure hunting based on today's list. I'm confident you'll leave with a full cart, and every item you bring home will leave you and your family feeling happy and satisfied. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed today's content and found it helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!